Mallory here for Digital Trends, and we're checking out the LG G6. Now this is LG's brand new phone. You can see that it has a really gorgeous 5.7-inch display with these cool curved corners over here, which is for improved durability, so that way when the phone goes falling on down on a corner, the force is dissipated around that corner, so it shouldn't be breaking or cracking the screen. Now this has an 80% screen to body ratio. You can see that the bezels here are quite a bit smaller than they have been on any other LG phone previously. It's not quite as dramatic an effect as the Xiaomi Mi Mix, but it's still pretty impressive. Now this is running Android 7.0 with LG's GUI on top. And GUI has gotten a bit of a makeover with some new features in here, so that way it looks beautiful and really quite nice on this 18:9 ratio screen. So obviously that's changed a few things. So when you go inside of some of these apps, you can see there's like two perfect squares in the ratio of the screen. So you will see a lot more of perfect squares within the interfaces here. This is right down the center line here, so it looks really nice and everything's very uniform. All the app icons also have these little bubbles around them now, so every icon is the exact same size and height. Now this is actually a new algorithm from LG that's making them look that way. It's all about keeping the UI very simple and very lovely. One of the things you'll notice on this is the wallpaper on here. Now this is something that they worked very hard on and went through many different versions. You can see it's actually the form of a 6 for the LG G6. It's really neat because this is actually designed off of paper. They actually were holding up pieces of paper to a light to come up with this wallpaper design. One of the other features that you're going to see on here is that the camera app has the wide angle lens, just like it did on the V20 and also on the G5. Now those camera lenses are obviously on the back here. We've got two 13 megapixel sensors here. One of them is the wide angle lens that goes up to 125-degree field of view, and the other one is a normal lens. This is also the fingerprint sensor on the back here, and you'll see that LG has gone for a very glossy, shiny glass. This is actually Gorilla Glass 5, so it should be relatively durable and last you pretty well. The edges here are made of metal, so it's nice and strong. We've got the headphone jack here, which is great for all of you who've been missing that on the iPhone. The antenna breaks are further away from the edge too for enforced durability there. We have two separate volume keys and Type USB-C on the bottom along with one speaker. It's a very interesting new look for LG, and it's maybe not as distinctive as LG phones of the past, but it is a really gorgeous phone nevertheless. One of the cooler features that we've got on here is actually this thing called Square Camera. So it's going along with the 2:1 aspect ratio on the phone here. So you can take one photo for the top and another photo for the bottom. And you can make a cool little collage like that. Okay, so now you can see how that would look. And that's obviously a lot more fun with interesting subject matter in the background rather than just us. This is running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 821 processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and we have 32 gigabytes of memory on board, which is expandable via microSD card here. Inside is a 3,300 milliamp hour battery, and the US version has wireless charging on board. So you'll be able to juice up that way. We don't yet have any information about pricing or availability, but we will be getting back to you soon on that, so stay tuned for our full review and also our further information from the press conference at Mobile World Congress.